Hello and a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the Uolo Kushala Family Quiz. Uh, so some of you were with us last week and we had a lot of fun, and I had great fun hosting this event for all of you. So hopefully we continue with the same this week. I'm audible. Right. I hope this is better and I'm more audible. So we're just waiting on participants to join in, but in the meantime, let me just add the rules. So please rename yourself to the name on which you have registered either on Zoom or on Uolo. Ideally, your Uolo username is best. So this makes it easier for us to contact you, right? Please share all your chat messages with Quizmaster Abid, and that's the best way to best way to get your answers across and make sure they're noted for so that I can award points and decide who's going to win our lucky prize. So please send in all your answers to Quizmaster Abid. Once again, rename yourself to whatever name you have registered on YOLO with. That would be ideal and make it easiest for us to reach out to you. Okay. Right. By default, all of you will be muted, but as and when you all answer questions, we'll have you unmuted and you can answer questions. Okay. Before we get started, just to tell you a little bit about us, we are Kushala. We have worked with over 1 lakh children and worked with over 100 school to design over 1,000 curiosity events like quizzes, puzzles, crosswords, and all sorts of events. Here's a quick look at just some of the fun classes that we have done, our family quizzes and our classes, and you can see the silly stuff that our children get up to. So just like last week, this week we have a lucky draw winner, which is going to be in-ear wireless headphones from JBL. Last week's winner is going to be announced right now, and it is Meenakshi. Is Meenakshi here? Meenakshi, are you here? If you can, just raise your hand and we can have you unmuted. Meenakshi, are you here? Meenakshi CT. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Meenakshi. Congratulations. You were last week's lucky draw winner for attempting as many questions. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking part. So do stay back a little bit after the call. We need to get some details from you. And for the rest of you, all you need to do to be eligible for this week's prize is attempt all the questions, and one lucky winner will go home with a JBL Bluetooth wireless in-ear headphone. All right. So let's get started with this week's quiz then. So just like last week, there are 3 rounds. Round 1 is a fairy tale round. I know all of us love fairy tales. So round 1 is just about fairy tales. I'll tell you how exactly the round works in a minute. Round 2 is potpourri, and round 3 is called Kahoot. That we'll be using the help of another platform for round 3, but we'll get to that in a minute. So let's start off with the quiz with round 1, which is our fairy tale round. So these are fairy tale movie posters. So I'm going to show you a movie poster of a fairy tale. All you have to do is name the fairy tale. Send your answers privately on chat. Please don't unmute yourself. We'll call upon you to answer when it's your turn. Okay, so I'll show you an example as well, just so that you understand. Which fairy tale that inspired the film Tangled is shown over here? So take a look at Tangled. Tangled is a very popular Disney film. If you know the main character of that film, you'll know. But even otherwise, just look at the long golden hair and think about which fairy tale I could possibly be talking about. Let's see. Got some interesting answers. Look at the fact that it has long golden hair. with magical abilities, and the film Tangled is actually set in a kingdom called Corona, which is why people were talking about the film earlier last year as well. It was set in in a kingdom called Corona. All right, lovely, some great answers all around. Let's go to Drishti. Drishti, can we have Drishti unmuted to give us the answer?
Yes, sir.
What do you think the answer is, Drishti?
Sir, Rapunzel.
And Rapunzel is absolutely right. Great answer. And have you seen Tangled?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. All right, fantastic answer there, Drishti. Uh, that's the first question out of the way, and I hope you all understood how the round works. So this is like a movie poster, but for a fairy tale. All right. So that was an example question for all of you. Uh, and let's go move on to the next one. Which fairy tale with a big bad wolf is pictured over here? So just look at the picture carefully. There'll be something in it that will help you arrive at the answer. Just look at that and look at the fact that I said big bad wolf. Who could this who could this fairy tale be possibly about? Okay, some great answers coming in, but I'm just going to leave the question open for a little while longer, just so that everyone has the chance to send in an answer. So I see a lot of people who have raised their hand who have not answered on chat. Please make sure you answer on chat. That's the only way we'll be able to know who's answering questions and be able to avoid the lucky draw prize. Okay. All right, fantastic. Some superb answers have come in. Let me go to Yashika. Can we have Yashika unmuted, please? Yashika Mishra, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Yashika. What do you think this answer is?
Sir, the Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood, you say? And you're absolutely right. And if you look carefully, even in the background, you'll see a picture of the big bad wolf who's chasing after her, and that's the villain, of course, of Little Red Riding Hood. Well done. One of the most popular children's tales of all time. Moving on to the next question. Which fairy tale whose characters building materials for their houses are shown here? So there are three main characters. Each character built a house, and what they built the house of is shown here. Which fairy tale is this that also happened to have a big bad wolf? So two questions in a row with a big bad wolf. Which fairy tale is this? So I've got some nice answers coming in, but I'll just leave the question open for a little while longer. So if it helps, the first one over there is straw. The second one over there is sticks. And the last one is bricks or rocks. So think about the fact that houses were built of all of these, and which possible fairy tale could this be? Lovely. I've got a whole bunch of you sending in the correct answer. But to give away the guess, let me go to Ashish. Can we have Ashish unmuted for the answer, please? Can Ashish be unmuted? Okay, looks like we're having some trouble unmuting Ashish. If Ashish is not being able to unmute it, let me just quickly call out somebody else. Samhita, can we have Samhita unmuted? Samhita Satvika. Oh wait, I see. I think Ashish is here. Ashish, are you here? Are you able to hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
Huh.
Hi Ashish. Yeah. Do you want to tell us the answer?
The three pigs.
Three little pigs is absolutely right. And those are the three things they build their houses from. And this is where the big bad wolf says the lines, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Right? But the third pig's house was made of bricks and stones, and he couldn't blow it down. But the other houses were built of straw. So always build your houses of something. Straw was the moral of that story. Let's move to the next one. And the final question for this round. Which fairy tale with the central character trying dishes that were too hot or too cold before finding the one that was just right is shown here? So look at that in the poster. There's one dish that's too hot, there's one dish that's too cold, and one dish that is just right. So which famous story is this? And again, you'll feature the number 3 in your answer. So all the answers have some kind of link. Okay, great. Some really nice answers coming in. Again, just a reminder of the clue. One of the dishes was too hot, one of the dishes was too cold, one of the dishes was just right. So which possible story am I talking about, or famous fairy tale am I talking about? All right, so we've got a good bunch of answers. Can we have Harshit unmuted? Harshit A. Yes, Harshit. Say again, Harshit. What do you think the answer is?
The Goldilocks.
Goldilocks. And have you been told the story, Harshit?
Sir?
Do you like this story, Harshit?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. And you're absolutely right. That is, in fact, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And that's the three dishes that they have. One is Papa Bear, one is Mama Bear. Some is too cold, some is too hot. And she also goes and tries out their bed. So one is too big, one is too small, one is just right. So that's the story of Goldilocks. Some extra information for all of you. Goldilocks, there are also such things as Goldilocks planets, which are essentially planets which have very similar conditions to Earth, right? So there are also Goldilocks planets, so you can check them out. Before we move to our next round, which is potpourri. So 3 questions. We've got different topics and formats. All you need to do is figure out the answers, and as usual, send in your answers on chat. Okay, here comes the first question. Young Jake is a social media influencer who makes unique portraits of celebrities. So look at the picture carefully and see what could he have possibly used to make these pictures. I will say that if you are using a mobile phone right now for the quiz, you might be able to see the answer, right? So little bit of a cheat sheet for all of you. If you just look at your mobile phone, you might be able to see what he used to make these pictures, right? Look carefully at the pictures and think about what he could have used to make these paintings or these portraits. These are all digital portraits, right? Fortunately, haven't got the answer yet from anybody. Look at it carefully, and like I said, think about the fact that it's a digital portrait. If you are using a phone, your answer would be visible to you. If you're using a keyboard, you will have to press one icon first though, and then you might arrive at the answer. It's something all of us might use. when we want to add some emotion to our text messages. All right. So, can we have Emmanuel to answer this question?
Sir, emojis, sir.
Emojis. And what are emojis, Emmanuel? Okay. Has he gotten by mute? Okay, no worries. So Emmanuel says emojis, and he's absolutely right. So these are all the emojis that we use. If you look carefully at the picture, you'll see that all of these things are made using emojis. Take a good look at the picture, right? And they're made using the emojis on our phones. So well done to all of you that got it right. And let's move to the next one. Okay. Which popular food item was temporarily renamed to something called Liberty Steaks during World War II to ensure that the original name showed no German connection? So essentially, the dish, whatever this dish is, they all sound like the name of a German city. All right. And all of these three restaurants, they all serve that dish as well. Right. So think about what dish is famous in all of these restaurants and which dish I could be talking about. Very simple, right? It sounds like a German city. That's why they renamed it to Liberty Steak, right? Okay, great. All of you know this. At least the first one everyone will be familiar with. Okay, fantastic. I've got some brilliant correct answers. Let me go to Aviksha for the answer for this one. Aviksha,
Yes, sir.
what do you think the answer is, Aviksha?
Burger,
Burgers, you think?
sir.
And which is your favorite burger, Aviksha?
Chicken.
Chicken. All right. And you're absolutely right. So this is, of course, a logo of McDonald's. This is Burger King, and Hardee's is an international brand. And they all renamed their burgers to Liberty Steaks because hamburger is also sounds like a German city. There's a German city named Hamburg. So in America, when they were fighting in the World War, they changed their name to Liberty Steaks. So great to all of you that sent in the correct answer. It just burgers is fine. Even if you didn't send hamburgers, that's more than fine. Great answering there. Let's move to the next one. Now, this is a golfer named Camilo Vargas, right? And Camilo Vargas is known for taking these unique stands on a golf course. Because of that, he has a nickname that is the same as that of a famous Marvel superhero with arachnid abilities. For those of you that don't know, arachnid means a kind of insect, right? It's a kind of insect. Sometimes if you see this insect, you get scared, right? And these kind of insects, they turn up, especially when you haven't dusted your house in a long time, right? And look at the way that he's standing over there and think about which possible superhero this looks like. Lovely. I've got a whole bunch of correct answers. But I'm just going to leave the question open for a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Okay, fantastic. Some superb correct answers, but let me go to, let's see, who do I get the answer from? Let's see. So many options to choose from, you guys. All of you are giving such great correct answers. But let me get it from Chandrakanta. Can we have Chandrakanta unmuted?
Yes, sir. Spider-Man, sir.
You think it's Spider-Man, and arachnids are?
Sir?
What do you think arachnids are, Chandrakanta? Don't worry, it's no issue. Arachnids are spiders, right? And but Spider-Man was all that I was looking for. And if you look at the picture, this is exactly how Spider-Man stands. And if you see this, because he takes all these poses while trying to take a golf shot, he calls himself the Spider-Man, or people call him Spider-Man, right? So better now with 2 rounds of quizzing, and we do have a quick tradition we're going to implement at Q Shala. So what I'd like all of you to do, if you can right now, is switch on your videos. Can everyone switch on their videos, please? Right, as many of you as possible. So please do switch on your videos. And we're going to take a group picture. All right. So on my count, everybody say paneer. Okay. On my count, say 3, 2, 1, and we'll say paneer. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Paneer. All right. So it's great to see all of you sitting there with your families. Some of you are taking it alone, but thanks to everyone who's joined in. Right. I hope you've enjoyed the first 2 rounds of quizzing. And why we said paneer during our smile is because most people say cheese when they take a photo, right? We say paneer because firstly we're Indian, we're all Indian, right? And paneer actually makes your smile a little brighter, right? So a little bit of extra trivia for you. And when you're taking a picture, next time we'll all say paneer. All right. Now we are at the final round of today's quiz. Let me just share my screen and we will get on underway. So like I said, the final round will happen on another platform, which we're calling Kahoot. So on the chat, I'm going to post a website link. You just have to go to this www.kahoot.it. You can use the same device that you're using now. All you have to do is switch between the screens. You can, but if you use 2 devices, that is if you're using a laptop for seeing the questions and and a mobile phone to answer them, things will be easier. Once you go to www.kahoot.it, you have to enter this code. I'm posting that code over here as well for all of you. Right? All you have to do is enter that game pin and you can log in. So we have 63 participants on the call, 62. So as soon as I see about 60 people, I'll get started. Only 15 of you have joined so far. Like I said, for everyone, you can use the same device itself, but I would suggest using 2 devices, a separate phone for Kahoot, so that you can enter the answer easily. All right. 22 of you in so far, waiting for the rest of you to join in. Once we have plenty of time, we're doing well on time. So once we have about half of you join in, right, great. For those if you have joined already, great. If not joined, no worries. Okay, so I have 26 now, great. So once we still have a fair bit to go. I hope all of you have been having fun. It'd be great if you could let us know what you think of the quiz, if you think it was fun, if you think you learned something. Just give us a little bit of feedback on the chat. That'd be great to hear from all of you. 30 of you in so far. If anyone's having any trouble, you can just pose your questions to me on chat and I'll try to answer them. Waiting for a whole bunch of you who are yet to join. Once again, all you need to do is go to www.kahoot.it. Let me post that link again for all of you. Once you're at www.kahoot.it, all you need to do is enter in this game pin 7872962. Okay, great. We're almost there. We're almost there. We still need. Right, Yashika. So, what I would suggest is if you're using a mobile, maybe try and get another mobile. But if not, otherwise, open your browser. You have Google Chrome or some kind of browser on your phone. Open that browser and go to www.kahoot.it. It'll ask you for a game pin. When it asks you for that game pin, you just type in this number 7872962. All right. And then you can attempt all the questions that we have in store. All right. So we have 39 of you in out of the 62. We'll wait another 5 minutes. Otherwise, we'll start. But hopefully before that, the remaining 20 of you yet to join, find your way into the call. Very simple process. Just open a browser, www.kahoot.it, and enter in this code 7872962. Okay, so 42 of you in so far. $44, great, almost there. Manuel's here as well. Welcome, Emmanuel. Right, 45 of you in. We're still waiting on almost close to 15 people. After that, we can get started. Okay. All right, we'll still wait. We still have plenty of time. We'll wait on the people to join the Kahoot. As I said, 7872962. Just go to www.kahoot.it. And those of you watching on YouTube, you can join in as well. No worries. 7872962. But only thing for those of you on YouTube, you will have some amount of lag. You will not be able to answer in time. But let's see. 47 of you are in. I'll wait exactly 2 more minutes and then I'm going to start at 11:35. We'll get started with the final round of the quiz. 7872962 is the number you type in as your game pin. Okay, all right. 48 of you in. I hope all of you have used the name with which you have logged in. Otherwise, I won't know it's you when I look through the results. Okay, 52 of you are in so far. I have 11:35. So I think we're going to get started. So for the rest of you, you can join it and at any time. One last time in the chat, I'm going to post the links that you need. first you need to go to www.kahoot.it. So use another browser and then use this code, use this game pin. Right. Use this game pin and you can participate, right? So we're going to start off with the quiz. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Eduardo Sroor is known for paintings made from a certain recyclable item. What that is used in bags and packing does he use to make his paintings? So take a close look at that image and tell me whether he uses glass, whether he uses plastic, whether he uses paper, or whether he uses cans. So look at the options. Look at the fact that it's used recyclable, used in bags and packing. In fact, if you look carefully, you'll be able to see what it is. So if you think it is plastic, all you have to do is press the diamond, which was the correct answer, and 17 of you got it right. Let's take a look at the scores. Emmanuel takes an early lead with Anvesha in second, Roshni in third, Abhirami in fourth, and Sarvagya in fifth. That's the top 5, but it's only the first question. Plenty of questions to go. So this is a recreation of a famous painting called The Scream, made from the plastics he got from the cities of Brazil. Isn't that looking fantastic? A great painting. Now you have to type in the answer. So NASA's space mission in 2013 to a planet called Morningstar will be a visit in extremely hot weather. Which planet? You have to type in a 5-letter answer. So you have 60 seconds. So take some time and type this in. It's also the name of a goddess in mythology. That is the goddess of love, right? 5 letters, one of the planets. Think about which planet it could be. It's also called Morningstar. 25 seconds. We've got 28 answers in. Take your time, plenty of time to answer the question. Okay. All right, let's see what the answer is. These are the other spellings we had. 23 of you got the correct answer, which is Venus, which is spelled V-E-N-U-S. These are the wrong spellings we kept in case someone sent in the incorrect answer, right? And that, of course, was Venus. And let's look at the scores. Anvesha takes the lead in question number 2. Roshni is in second, Emmanuel in third, Ganavi has come into fourth place, and Yashu in fifth. Let's move to the next one. The latest food trend involves deep frying, something that we all need, right? Generally, this liquid does not mix with oil. So what have they deep fried? Is it jelly? Is it soda? Is it water? Or is it blood? Right? It's something that generally doesn't mix well with oil. What have they deep fried over here? So you just need to click the correct option. If you think it's a jelly, press triangle. If you think it's soda, diamond. Water, press a circle. Blood, press a square. And the answer is water. So if you look carefully, you can see a water droplet over here, right? So essentially they take a jelly, not a jelly, but exactly a shaped water droplet, and they deep fry it. This is a new trend that's become very popular, but we do have a warning that comes along with it. But before we get there, let's look at the scores. Roshni is on fire. Emmanuel's in third place. Yashu is in fourth, and Himani is in fifth. But Anvesha holds the lead. But we do have a warning that mixing oil and water is dangerous at high temperatures, right? Deep fried water has taken the internet by storm, but we do not recommend it because it's not safe. It causes a lot of spluttering when you put hot water in hot oil, right? So don't do this at home. It happens, only professionals try it. Let's not do that at home, right? Let's look at the next one. A parade of 15 animals is on a trek in China. Which wise animal that shares its head with Lord Ganesha is this? Is it a dog? Is it an elephant? Is it a monkey? Or is it a horse? Let's take a look at how many of you can get this answer right. "39 answers in, but this should be fairly simple. We've got a mythology connect, wise animal. 29 of you got this right. Of course, we were talking about an elephant, which is also the head of Lord Ganesha, right? And some of you went for dog, no worries. Some of you went for horse, no worries at all. It's all about attempting the question. Let's see what that's done to the scores. Oh, Roshni takes the lead with Anvesha now in second place, but Emmanuel has been holding steady at third, but I'm sure that's going to change soon. Emmanuel might looking to take that top spot. Himani is in fourth, and Akshara has come to fifth, with Shishir up 7 places, is the highest climber. So Shishir, hopefully we see you in the top 5 soon. But here's a lovely picture of these elephants taking a well-deserved nap. Isn't that just adorable? I love this picture a lot of these elephants taking a little nap. Let's move to the next one. Karate will be a sport in the Summer Olympics in Tokyo for the first time this year. So is that statement true or false? That's all you have to do. Simple as that. 20 seconds for all of you to try it. Is it true or is it false? Okay, let's see how many of you got this right. Oh, almost an even split. 25 of you said true, 18 of you said false. But the answer was true. It is the first time karate is making an appearance at the Olympics. We've had all sorts of other martial arts, but karate makes its first appearance, and it's happening at the Tokyo Olympics this year in 2021. Karate stands for empty hand, so you can check that out, right? And it's a really great sport. Looking forward to seeing it at the Olympics. And with that question, Anvesha takes the lead again, with Drishti in the second spot, who has entered the top spot. Well done, Drishti. Akshara in third, Roshni in fourth, and Kritik enters the top 5 as well. Well done, Kritik. Let's move to the next one. Researchers are predicting which species of shark in Thailand whose name has a panda's favorite food. So look at the fact that the name of the shark has a panda's favorite food. Look at that picture and tell me, is this a bull shark? Is that a tiger shark? Is that a hammerhead shark? Or is it a bamboo shark? Read the question carefully. Panda's favorite food. What kind of shark could this possibly be? All you have to do is select the correct option. 29 of you got it right. Of course, a panda's favorite food is bamboo, and this is in fact a bamboo shark. Well done to all of you that got that right. Let's look at the scores now. Anvesha holds the lead. Roshni's in second place. Abhirami's come back in the third. Emmanuel's in fourth, and Akshara's in fifth. So a whole bunch of you are in the top 10. It seems like a bunch of you are just rotating places. But let's see who can stay there at the end with the next question. This is a puzzle. So arrange these words to form an inspirational message from Greta Thunberg. It is also the title of a book. Now you'll have to drop it into the correct order and then press the Kahoot button to submit. So you have 60 seconds, so take your time. The words out of order are never to, you are, a difference, and small to make. So put these in the correct order to get the title of Greta Thunberg's book, which is also a very famous phrase that she said. So put it in the correct order and press the Kahoot button to submit. Otherwise, we won't be able to record your answer. 16 of you, 18 of you have already done so. Great job. Still plenty of time for the rest of you. Put that sentence in its correct order of this great statement by Greta Thunberg, who's an environmentalist who's just 16 years old, and she's 17 now, and was Times Person of the Year and made a great change to help us fight the evils of climate change. 38% of you got it right. And this is the correct answer. You are never too small to make a difference. So that's my message to all of you as well. You're never too small to make a difference in the world. So let's all do our little parts and we can all make a difference in fighting climate change. Let's look at the scores. Anvesha holds first place. Abhirami is in second. Himani is in third. Welcome back to the top 5, Himani. Akshara is in fourth and Roshni is in fifth. Great job. Let's move to the next one. Which tennis player, sharing her name with a Japanese city, has exited the French Open to take care of her emotional health? Was it Serena Williams? Was it Wang Qiang? Was it Elena Rybakina or Naomi Osaka? And there's her picture that slowly revealed. But in either case, if you just looked at the options, which of these could possibly be a Japanese city, and figure out who this might be that retired from the French Open to take care of her emotional health. 17 of you got it right. Naomi Osaka, of course, one of the most famous tennis players in the world. And she went out early to take care of her emotional health. Right? 17 of you got it right. Let's see what that's done to the scores. Also join in next week for the family quiz. Just so that we can keep this going. Right? So join in next week. Here is the podium of this week's quiz though, just so that we all know. Roshni finishes in third. Congrats, Roshni. Anvesha finishes in second, who was holding the lead for most of the quiz, but Abhirami finished in first place, I think right at the end, with Emmanuel finishing in fourth and Ganavi finishing in fifth. But I'm sure I saw a whole bunch of names throughout the quiz, Akshara and so on, Drishti as well entering the top 5. So congrats to all of you. But Abhirami was our winner today. Well done, Abhirami. Great job. And with that, we come to the end of the quiz. So we can stop here, and I can hope to see you all next week for the family quiz again. Right? So thank you so much for joining in, and please do come back next week. Thank you so much for those of you who sending in your compliments. Please do give us your feedback so that we can reach out to you. Meenakshi, please stay on the call. Everyone else, you can drop off. Unfortunately, we have a winner only to. Unfortunately, we have a prize only for the winner at the moment. It's on a lucky draw basis. This week's lucky draw, I'll have to look through all the answers. So you'll have to give me some time. We'll announce the winner next week, right? The lucky draw winner will be announced next week.